Hello everybody, stitching friends. Do not adjust your television set or computer screen. I am back. It's been a lot longer than I thought it would be before I filmed my next video. But basically, without banging on about it, a lot was going on. Nothing bad, nothing in my personal life or anything like that. It was mostly work related. I was very, very busy with work over the last 18 months or so, and I was working away from home for a large part of that. And I was only sort of coming back home every few weeks for a weekend and then going back out. And everything was a bit unsettled in that way, so I just never got around to doing anything in terms of videos. I did, however, continue stitching because I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't. Probably would be in a mental asylum. So what I thought I would do, instead of trying to madly fill the gaping space between my last video and this one, is just show the things that I finished in 2023. One finished for 2024 already, which I finished this morning. I'm currently on leave. I'm on holidays from work at the moment, and I don't go back until the end of January. So this is my super productive home craft time. So 2023 finishes. A couple of things I finished in 2022. There are some others, but they're either hanging on a wall or I'm not even sure where they are or when I finish them or whatever. I'll find them at some stage. And then I've got some things that I want to do in 2024 and some works in progress that I'd like to focus on in 2024 to try and get finished, or at least do a fair bit on, instead of starting 4 million different things with 6 stitches in them. Okay, I'm just going to take a really quick break because I've just realised I've forgotten to get those focus pieces out of the cupboard, so I will do that and then I will be back. Okay, back after that short break. I'm sitting at a big long table, so if I sort of do this, it's because I'm reaching to get things. Also, if you're thinking to yourself, geez, that Reecie, she's pretty glamorous, she's got her hair all done, she's just bumming around at home, why is she looking so glamorous? I'm sure that's the first thing you thought. It's because I've literally just come back from the hairdresser, so normally my hair does not look like this. That's just a FYI. Okay, so 2023 finishes. The biggest one, I'll start with the biggest one, and probably the one that is the most exciting, I guess, so we'll start with that. Okay, so I started this project in 2021, in July 2021 to be exact, and it's a reflet de soie chart. It's called Le Marquois, which I think is the sampler, de Marie Andre, so the sampler of Marie Andre. And it's enormous. So the stitch count is 698 wide by 461 high. I stitched mine on 56 count linen. The colour is Little Bunny by XJU Designs, and I used Soie Saphine, which is the really, really fine Soie silk, comes on the spools, and the colour I used was a red, and it was number 499. So this is actually too big to even fit in the frame, so even on 56 count, it's still about 16 inches by, I don't know, 20 or something. So I'll start from here maybe and go across. I don't know if that's working. Oh yeah, looks like it's kind of working. So that's the edge, and then it goes down to there and back across. Yep. Okay. So It's hard to get the scale. So it's basically just a series of alphabets. The biggest one's at the top. So that alphabet is the biggest. And then at the bottom, it gets down to really teeny tiny little alphabets. I'll try, if I can work out how to do editing properly, I'll try and put in a couple of photos that I took of this with a tape measure next to it so you can actually get an idea of the scale. So yeah, this is the biggest thing I've ever stitched in terms of size and also in terms of just general epicness. On the 56 count, I really liked the 56 count stitching on it. I thought it was really great. It helped to do sort of extended periods of just this sampler. So not necessarily like 8 hours in a block, but I mean, like, if I did some of this sampler on, say, a Monday evening, then on the Tuesday, it might be good to keep going on it because your eyes kind of adjust to the 56. And then, so if you're sort of jumping back and forth between 56, back to 40, back to 32, back to 56, you're going to be like, the 56 is going to seem teeny and the 32 is going to seem like you're stitching on, you know, like a hessian or something, you know, like it's going to seem huge because your eyes have kind of gotten used to the other sizes. That's what I found anyway. I didn't use a magnifier for the 56. I did use a little hoop, but it was only a little one and I just moved it around. I don't think I've got it here, the size, but it's like a little, one of the smallest sizes. So yes, so that's quite insane. It has been dubbed the MRS, which stands for Mad Red Sampler, and there was a time when I wasn't sure if I'd ever get it finished, but started July 2021, I finished this just before Christmas, or early December 23, so what's that? July 21, July 22, so 2.5 years? And that's not solidly working on it either. That's you know, working on other stuff too and working at my job and all those sorts of things. So, yes, so I want to get that framed pretty soon because I'd like to have it hanging up because it's pretty great. So that's that one there. Okay, everything else I finished in 2023 is nowhere near as big as that. Let's go by size, shall we? I did a lot of smaller samplers. Lol. Did a lot of smaller samplers apart from the enormous, insane one. So the next one that I did, or that I finished, is this one. So this is Elizabeth. I say Snazzle. Could be Snazzle. Don't know. I have to take it out of the thing. I say Snazzle because I've shortened it, her nickname, to the Snaz or Snazzy. But this is a chart from Sovereign Samplers, which is the work of the lovely Michelle from the Cruel Goblin. This is her sampler design brand. So that's the original on there. I stitched this on 40 count white clay linen from Fox and Rabbit, using the called for NPI silks. And it's really cute and it was really fun. I like the strawberry border. It got a bit annoying's not the right word. It got a bit boring towards the end, but it was great and it's a really cute sampler. So I finished this. I started this on, hang on, I've written it down, on 1st of Jan 23. So this was a New Year's Day start for me in 2023. And I finished it just before in October because I remember I had it finished in time for the Cruel Goblins annual sampler stitch along event, which is in October. It's always in October. So I definitely had it finished before then, like not long before then, possibly the night before then. But yeah. So yeah, that's that one. That's going back in the bag. I don't have a helper to put all my charts away, so I have to just do it myself. Okay, next. So this one can't find I've lost the packet, but it doesn't really matter. It's better without the packet for this exercise. This is Mojo Stitches, and it's called Mary Barton's Work, and it's an antique reproduction of a very cool bird. I finished mine. Here she is. See if we can get that's about the colours. I think the Lillian's a bit darker than that, but on a 40 count weeks linen, I think it's cocoa, and I used all the called for over dyed threads. Oh, except maybe a couple which I just used DMC. There's quite a lot of colours in it. It's a lot of different colours, so if you didn't have some of the over dyeds, you could easily just chuck a DMC in. Like, it's fine. And the only bit of over one is the little black Mary Barton's Work, and it's really cute. The piece of linen I've got has actually got a second half, and I do have the chart for the sort of companion. Well, it's not really a companion, but it kind of is. Mojo Stitches that brought out another antique reproduction with a bird and roses and stuff called Among the Roses, and so I'm planning to, I can't hold that, oh yes I can, to stitch that on the other half of that linen. Yeah, so that's super cute. So I finished that. I started it in 2022, but I finished it 2023. All of these things I need to frame, obviously, and I haven't. Okay, next. Yeah, I really went with the little samplers a bit. So this one I really like. I like these little samplers where they've just shoved as much as they can into the stitched area. So this one is a little sampler from this book. So this is a book by Heartstring Samplery called Small Samplings 1, a collection of antique needleworks. Okay, so there's just cute little samplers in there. And the one that I stitched was this one, and Dexter is her name. And here is, and she's only little. She only measures, oh, I don't have a tape measure. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, here we go. Finished size 5.5 inches by 4.5. So it's like really tiny, but it's really cute. So there she is. So she's on 40 count paperbark by Fox and Rabbit, and using the called for DMC. I changed a couple of the colours because the DMC didn't look anything like the picture. I think there was also the option for the threads to be these like fine wool threads, and maybe that's what was used for the model, but I found that the yellowy sort of colour in here was way too brown and it just looked really drab. And also the little tombstone, gravestone, whatever, under the willow, the little gravestone, the outside, like the outline of that was like in a green, and I'm like, well, it's kind of a stone thing, so should it really, so I just substituted it with like a dark grey kind of colour. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, super cute. And that's one that I started in 2023 and finished like about a day before New Year's, I think. Like, well, when just over the Christmas holiday little break, I finished it then. So that's Anne Dexter. Yep. What else? Okay. Now, the other things that I finished in 2023 were little ornament things, and a few of them I have actually fully finished, but I'll just show you the one that I haven't fully finished. Oh, actually, no, I'll show you this one that I fully finished and then explain why the other one's not. Okay, so this is a little Pineberry Lane ornaments. This is from Cats and Jacks, which is a little Halloween chart. Love Pineberry Lane, love all their Halloween stuff, all their everything, just love, love, love. So I stitched, and it's in its little frame, I stitched the cat that says boo. Here's the little cat and the moon, and it says boo, and it's so cute. And I put it in this little frame that I found at an op shop, or which is what we call like a thrift shop in Australia, or a charity shop. You know, that sort of secondhand malarkey. And I thought, oh, that'll fit in there. That'll look cute. And so I just chucked it over a piece of cardboard and put it in the frame. It's actually a photo frame, so I've got it standing up on a little table at home, but you could take that off if you wanted to put it on the wall, obviously. And that was just on a piece of scrap linen. I don't even know what it was, and it was just with DMC. I keep saying just. It's not just. DMC's nice. Okay, so that one finished. Now, if only there had been 2 of those frames available of exactly the same thing, because I also stitched the little pumpkin man called Jack, and he's a little companion to the cat. But I don't have a similarly cool vintage frame to put him in, so I don't quite know what to do with him. I might just make him into a little pillow, pincushiony thing. But yeah, so I stitched the cat and the Jack from Cats and Jacks. So that was my little Halloween contribution for 2023. Now this is another ornament, and I've fully finished this. Can you believe it? This is a scattered seed. I got it as part of the club. I was in the club whenever this came out, so I got it comes as like a kit with the chart, the linen, the threads, the backing fabric, etc. So this is called Remember Me Pin Keep by Scattered Seed Samplers, and I fully finished it. So that's what it looks like. So it's stitched on, I think, 36 count, some sort of, I think it's vintage country mocha or something, not sure, DMC threads. The fabric on the back is what came in the kit. It's really cute. The ribbon didn't come in the kit. That was my addition. I found some really cool navy blue ribbon at the Cruel Goblin and thought, well, that'll look pretty nice around there. So that's, just trying to get there we go. Yeah. So that's an ornament that I finished, or a pillow that I finished. And one other pillowy ornament thing that I finished was also from a kit. This is from a kit by Samplers Not Forgotten. And so the kit came with everything. I'm just trying to get that's a bit washed out. Doesn't look as washed out as that. Let me just try and adjust the light a little bit. There we go. That's better. So it was called Dutch Rose Kit, or Dutch Rose Pin Keep or something, by Scattered Seed. No! Samplers Not Forgotten. Sorry, I just yelled then. No! And again, they gave you the fabric for the back, this little lacy stuff that you had to kind of sew in. That was a bit fiddly and annoying, but I know it's a bit wonky in some parts, but whatever, it's fine. And it's actually really cute. That's a better representation of the colour. It's getting a bit washed out. So that's another little ornament that I finished in 2023. Okay, that was it for 2023 that I can remember, or that I actually wrote down in my book of days, because that's how I kind of pieced this all back together as to like when did I actually do this and what's going on. So as far as I know, that's everything I did in 2023, or I mean the main thing was probably that big red sampler, but yeah, so that's the finishes from 2023. 2022, I did a few things. I didn't do that. 2022 was probably the least productive year for me. That was a very big work upheaval year. But I know that I definitely did these 2 things in 2022 because I did them. I remember being away from home in the place that I was staying, and I remember stitching them there. So I couldn't find the charts. They're somewhere, but I know what they are, so I'll just tell you what they're called. So the first one I did was Winifred Glark, not Clark, Glark, by Pineberry Lane, which is a really cute little red and green sampler. It's only got 3 colours in it, DMC, super cute, another small sampler. Yeah, love that. So Winifred Glark, and I also did this other little cute little sampler, which is the Red Bird sampler, or Little Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais with needle and thread. And I did this on 40 count. I don't know what the linen is, but it's 40 count, and it's DMC, I think. Oh, is it? I think it's DMC. Or it might be a combination of DMC and overdyed, so I'm not sure. Sorry, that's not very helpful. But yeah, super cute. I kept the initials. These were the original initials, PH, because they happen to be my dad's initials anyway. So I thought, oh well, just leave it there. Won't change it. Cute. Now, 2024, can you believe? Today is the 10th of January, and I already have a finish for 2024. I didn't start this in 2024. I just finished it in 2024. I did most of it in 2023. But I just had like about a quarter, not even, to go, and I thought, right, I'll just get this done. So that's another. Sorry, I keep faffing around with my hair. It's only because I just got it done and I'm feeling weird about it. Okay, so this is a blackbird chart from the book A Heart Remembers, which was a fairly recent book. I think it's pretty sure it's still in print. And the chart that I did from it is actually called A Heart Remembers. So that's the chart, or that's the sampler. It's based on an antique sampler, but they've done some bits with it. Really cute. Love the colours. And here's my... Oh, maybe everything's looking washed out because I'm not putting it behind the thing. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait up. Oh, hang on. Let me just pause. Oh, no. Just wait 1 second. I've got a piece of cardboard. Here we go. Okay. Oh, now everything's falling out. I wonder if this will make a difference. Probably will now. It's the last one I'm going to show. Oh, there's a big piece of cardboard attacking me in the face. Hang on, let's just fold that away. Okay, let's see if this makes a difference. Oh yeah, that's a bit better, I think. Oh well, I've just shown you like 10 samplers. And that's my version. So it's 40 count. It's I think it's fibre on a whim. I don't know the colour because it was an offcut from some other mad big sampler that I'd taken most of the linen for, and this was a little bit that was left over. And it's using the call for overdyed, which is mainly classic colourworks and some weeks, I think. Bit of everything, I don't know. But yeah, turned out really cute. Gonna get that framed, or frame it myself. I don't know. But that's finish number 1 of 2024. So it's pretty good so far. Okay, so that's all the finished things I have to show. Oops, that just dangled in my tea. Oh god, it's all gone wrong. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit out of practice. Right, next thing. Oh, there's one other thing I finished in 2023. It's not technically cross-stitch, but it kind of is, but not really. I finished this big needlepoint or tapestry. I don't know. I think in the UK and Australia we kind of call it tapestry, even though technically I don't think it is tapestry because tapestry is like the woven thing. But in I know the US and maybe other places call it needlepoint. But anyway, it's a half cross stitch basically, and it's done in wool. So this was a kit, and it's a cushion size. This was a kit from Ornament, EHRMAN, Ornament Tapestry, I think they're called. I think it's just ornamenttapestry.com. And I think they're a British company, and they've been doing these tapestry kits for ages, and they're really cool. And one of their people that designed for them is Kaif Fassett, and this is one of his designs. I think it's called the Blue Vase. But yeah, I finished that, and I didn't make it into the cushion myself. I had that done professionally because it's just too much for me. I mean, I've got a sewing machine, but it would just have been complete chaos if I'd tried to do something like that, especially because it's got like a zip. This is the cool fabric on the back. It's got like a zip thing, and that would have pretty much killed me probably. So yeah, so I finished that as well. This was a really good project because it's easier than cross stitch in the sense that you don't have to count. The design is painted or printed on the canvas. It's bigger So it's easier to see, a bit more mindless. You're just, especially when I was doing this background, you're just like filling it in. Good for, you know, mindless times when you're really tired after work and stuff like that. So I've got a few more of these kits floating around, so I might do another one. But yeah, that's another thing I finished in 2023. Almost forgot. Okay, next up. Oh, actually, before I do anything else, I want to say thank you to everyone who left a comment or sent me a message or got a message to me via a third party saying or checking to see if, firstly, checking to see if I was okay, I'm fine, and also saying that they missed my videos and that they hope I did another video and all those sorts of things. So thank you to everyone who sent those messages. It's very nice to know that people like my videos and like seeing my stitching. So, yeah, so thank you. And hopefully there won't be as much of a gap between the next video. I'm definitely not planning on there being as much of a gap. Okay, so next phase of video is... Oh, the ornaments. Okay, so... Oh, hang on. I did these little flashcard things. Oh, hang on. I've got to run over there again. Okay, so I did those things where you hold up a little card and people can see what it is. You don't have to spell things out. I was so prepared. Yep. Okay, so there's a hashtag on Instagram. #12 in 24 ornament stitch along. And it was started by Caroling 55. I think they've been doing it for quite a few years, not just 2024, but it's like you stitch you stitch an ornament every month, and then at the end of the year you've got 12 ornaments for whatever. They're mainly Christmas, the ones I've sort of seen on Instagram, but I don't see any reason why they have to be Christmas. They could be whatever. You just do like an ornament a month, and then you've got like a whole bunch of ornaments at the end of the year, and it's great. So, with that in mind, I decided that I was going to give that a go this year. We'll see how long it lasts, probably like 2 seconds. But what I did was I pulled out some ornaments. I've got a whole bag full of Christmas stuff, which I'm not going to go through in this video. But I just went through and found some charts of some ornaments that I'd like to perhaps do this year. So... including one. Okay, so the one that I think I'll do for January, because I only really decided to do this like a few days ago, I thought for January I might just finish one that I'd already started like ages ago. And it is a Christmas one. So I had this chart, Prairie Christmas by the Prairie Schooler. This is one of those reprint ones where it's on the paper. Okay, so I had this, and then ages ago, when I was at the Cruel Goblin for one of our stitching days, they had some linen and it was 32 count. It had glitter on it, and I was like, oh, cool. But then they were like, oh, it's 32 count. And I was like, no way, man. But, because the reason why I say that is because I didn't want to stitch with 2 strands, right? But turns out you can stitch with 1 strand on 32 count, and it actually looks kind of cool. So I started the little one of these ornaments, the partridge. There he is, or she. The partridge with the little pears. And I started it on that... Oh, where's that piece of cardboard gone? I'll do the mad cardboard thing again. I started it on that piece, and you can sort of see that it's sparkly a bit. Like, it's not insane, but it's just got a bit of sparkle in it. Anyway, and I started it on that piece, and then just put it aside, and I don't know what I did with it. I only found it the other day. And I thought, oh, well, that can be my ornament for January, because I've kind of done some of it already, and it won't take long to finish. So that's January's planned ornament. And I'm also going to try, and also the plan is, like, they recommend on the, oh, why's my nose itchy? Oh, probably because I've got hair on it from my haircut. They recommend that, you know, you should fully finish the ornament each month, because then you'll get to the end of the year and you'll be like, oh my God, I've got to put together like 12 ornaments. So anyway, that's the plan. So that's the January pick, right? So that's half, let's sort of half done. So that's that one. Then for the following sort of months, I haven't really planned out any of them really. The one that I've come closest to planning out is this one. So this is a chart. Okay, so it's a little tiny sampler. It's by the Proper Stitcher, Annie Turner, and it's called When Flowers Bloom 1830. And it's so little. So it's 77 stitches by 48 stitches, and they've done it on 32 count. So I'm also going to do it on 32 count, but I'm going to use one strand to give it that sort of, it'll give it that kind of antique-y vibe anyway, because if you look at the, so this is the original from the chart, and you can see it kind of looks pretty threadbare-y anyway, so I think that's the look I'm going to go for. I've got the DMC. I had all of them except for one which I ordered and it came today. So, and the linen I'm going to use is a new linen, well, new to me. I was watching, speaking of comebacks, I was watching Nikki Noodle's video the other day, and she had quite a few of her projects, or some of her projects, on this linen from Jay's X Stitch, or Jay's Cross Stitch, and that's an Australian dyer who I hadn't tried before, so I thought, oh, okay, I might order some of their linen. So I ordered some, including some 32 count for this, and I got this lovely colour called Spun Sugar. And it's actually very similar to the called for colour on this, which is the Weeks Dye Works linen. And this is the Spun Sugar. Try and get a decent sort of thing of the... Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah. So, and it's DMC. It's quite bright, which I like, because it's only little. It's not going to look too mad or anything. Let's just do a bit of that. Yeah, so there's like a bright yellow, there's a brightish pink, there's an orange somewhere. Yeah, there's like an orange. Yeah. Anyway, that was a bit of a dodgy just demonstration, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to do that one on. 32 count Spun Sugar from Jay's X Stitch. The linen looks lovely. I haven't used it, but it feels lovely. I'm sure it'll be lovely to use. I also got a couple of others from there as well. I got some 40 count... What does the invoice say? 40 count iced chocolate. A bit darker than that, but anyway. And 36 count Earl Grey, which is quite dark. It's nice. Yeah. So I got those as well. So that was my little haul. There's a bonus haul segment there for the linen. I don't know how to tie that back on. Anyway, so yeah, so that's one ornament that I want to do as part of the ornament stitch along. And that one, so I've got all the stuff for that one, so maybe I'll start that one next, for February perhaps. The others, these other ones I've got here, some I've got the threads for, some I've got nothing for, whatever. Anyway, I just went through and had a look and thought, oh, what little ornament things do I want to do? So this one was cute, Spring Basket Pin Keep by Stacey Nash. That would be cute. Yeah, I've got to do some more of these Pineberry Lanes because they're just so cute. So this is Fancy Blackett Little Fancies. I love the little tea one because I enjoy tea, even though I left the bag in, which is very outrageous. And little, yeah, that's like just super cute. So one of those maybe. Then there's another Pineberry Lane, 3 Little Witches. So cute. See, look, these are the kind of, they look good in these little vintagey frames because they're just, oh, I just love them. Anyway, so another one. This is quite cute. Little strawberries from Twisted Threads. Little strawberries. This, I don't know why I haven't stitched it already. It's quite insane that I haven't. Because of my love of the things to do with nautical themes and the sea. But Nantucket sewing set, especially that. I mean, the whale's pretty amazing too, and that. But this, why haven't I done that? So good. So yeah, that's another one. This one I got all the threads for this, and I definitely would have a piece of linen lying around that I could do it on. This is the Scarlet House Alistair. It's a doggo. Love him, so cute. I've got the threads there in the back. Very nice. That's another one. This is a Christmassy one. I've had this for ages. I only found it the other day. Little House Needleworks gingerbread trio, little gingerbread men's. It looks quite big, but it's actually not. If you do it on like 40 count, it's not that big. And there's some of the threads, or maybe all of the threads, except the red. I don't have the red in there, but yeah. That's another potential ornament. That's not an ornament. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so that's just, oh God, I'm throwing things everywhere. That's just a few anyway. That's not all of the options, obviously, but they're just some that I've sort of pulled out and I'm like, ooh, put those in a little ornament section. Don't really have a section. Okay, so that's the ornament section. What's the next phase? What's that from? So now I'm finding random threads everywhere. I don't know what they're from because things are going flying all over the place. Oh, okay, so this is the focus pieces. All right, so now that I've finished the enormous Mad Red sampler, I am planning on doing another 56 count enormous sampler, actually. It's not going to be red. I'm steering clear of red for a little while, even though I do love the red samplers, and I definitely will be doing more of them, maybe not as big as that one, but I need a break from red. So I'm actually planning on doing one of those, I think it's Vierlander, the Dutch samplers that are all black, and they've got all the like sort of motifs. Like it's not alphabet heavy like that one, which was all alphabets. It's more like motifs, like trees and circular, geometric-y kind of vibes. In my next video, I'll show you what I'm planning in relation to that. But anyway, other biggish projects that I had in 2023 got a bit neglected because I was quite focused on finishing that red sampler. So I thought this year, I have started a couple of new samplers. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to try not to start any more for quite a while until I can sort of get some big chunks done or finish some of the ones that I've had as works in progress for quite a while now. So these are the ones that I want to focus on. So I will, sorry, I'm just going to stand up again for 1 second. Oh, actually, what I'll do before that, look, I'm all over the shop here, is just show you the two newest things that I started, because I started something on Christmas Day and I started something on New Year's Day. So I'll do those two and then I'll get to the focuses. So these won't have that much done on them, but they are things that I've started recently. Okay, so Christmas Day, I started Mary Carr 1840 by Needle Wet Press. Okay, this is a big sampler. It's 371 wide by 338 high, so it's pretty big. So I'm stitching it on 46 count just to bring that size down a little bit. Also because I like 46 count as well, but the size was part of the reason. Where's that mad piece of cardboard? Here it is. Okay, so I started this Christmas Day. I haven't really done a huge amount of it because I did focus on it for a few days, but then I was like, oh, I want to finish that Blackbird sampler and some other bits, and I've been doing other things. Anyway, so this is what I've got so far. I always start in the top right hand corner. I don't know why, it's just a thing that I do. Anyway, people seem to have their spots. That's my spot. So far that's what I've done. So I've done a bit of the border, a wonky angel, and a bit of a flower. But it's a very nice stitch. I've got the threads. So it's 46 count. It's fibre on a whim. 46 count latte. I think it's latte. I get them mixed up because they're all like drinks related, like milk and cream and sugar and latte and something. I think it's latte. It calls for flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit. I did have a piece of flannel flower in 46 count, but it wasn't big enough. But this is very, very similar. Anyway, this latte. And these are the threads. A bit hard to... Okay, anyway. There's the yellow. Oops. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, this little thread holder that I've got my threads on for this. This is very cool. Look at this. There's a cool bird on it. Stuff. A little key. This was made by my lovely friend Tessa. And look, I did one of these, so you can go look her up. Tessa, the opportunistic stitcher, and that's her Instagram, quilt_therapy85. She's got some lovely stuff, and she's been very prolific lately with her stitching and her sewing, so go check her out. And she makes these really cool thread keeps as well. Hey Tessa. Okay. So yeah, that's Mary Carr. That will be a focus. Like I'll work on that this year. So that's that one. Oh, there's my hoop. I can show you the size. That's the size hoop that I use. I don't use a hoop for little things like for that, for example. I wouldn't have used a hoop. Even some big things I don't bother. But 46 and higher I tend to, because it just opens it up a bit, makes it a bit easier to see. Alright, so that's that one that I started. Then on New Year's Day 2024, I started this. May These Lines a Relic Prove by Cross Stitch Antiques. I love this for so many reasons. Firstly, because it's just everything, but also I love it because the verse is unfinished. So it says, may these lines a relic prove, even when I'm gone above, may they to my dear friends be objects by were. So for whatever reason, the original stitcher didn't finish this. Maybe they died, maybe they just gave up, maybe they lost it, I don't know, but I love that it's not finished. So they give you the option, the chart gives you the option of finishing it. Like, for example, to say, I think the suggestion is something like objects by which to remember me, which makes sense. But I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it objects by what happened? I don't know. But it's great. So the colours are just divine. I don't have them on a thread drop though. I've just kind of got a bit of a mishmash of it's a DMC. I'm using DMC. I did change one of the colours because it called for something and I didn't have it. I had like the next colour up or down and I'm like, oh, surely that's close enough. And it looks fine. So, but here's what I've got so far. I've only worked on this like for one day when I started. I haven't picked it up since some years, but that's where I started. That's a corner of the border. Bit hard. Yeah. That's it. 46 count. Russian Caramel by number 12 Stitch Co. Love her linen. So nice to work on. Yeah, so that's the corner. Love this. So there's quite a lot more to do on that. It's pretty confetti heavy. So, yeah. Alright, so those are the two things I started. Now, what's that? Oh, that's Mary Carr. Crikey. Oh, now I'm dropping. I'm sorry. Okay. I thought I was super organised. Turns out, not so much. Alright. Okay. Now, focus pieces. I thought I wrote a list. Didn't write a list. It's alright. We'll just go through them. Okay. This is the one that's probably the closest to being finished. Which, oh God, what have I done now? Which begs the question, why did I stop? I'll tell you why. something weird's just, needles just poked through. Okay. So, this is GGR chart. Jane Southwood, or Southwood, 1836. Okay, it's gorgeous. I started it a while ago now. I don't even know when. I'm not even going to try and guess when, but anyway, it's been around for a while. And this is what I've done. So, oh yeah, did the whole border. Border matches up. That wasn't the problem. Okay. Coming along to the red house and the cool flower at the bottom. Left that to the end because I knew it would be the best bit. The problem, well, it's not really a problem, but I think the reason why I was a bit, is because the linen is so flimsy. It's literally, like, you can probably just see my whole face. Oh, maybe not. A bit hard to demonstrate, but it's so flimsy, this linen. But I mean, it looks nice. It's a great colour. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I did start doing the over one, and I think maybe that's where I got a bit frustrated because the linen is so holey and so not particularly sturdy. The over one was a bit of a slog, so maybe that's one of the reasons. I think I also may have made a mistake in this row here and was like, oh, it's all too hard. But really I should get back to that because there's not actually that much. Well, there is, but it's the closest to being finished, and there's no real reason not to finish it. So that's going to be a focus for this year. So that is being stitched on 40 count. It's a Dames of the Needle linen, and I think it's called shroom juice. Like mushroom juice or something. Something to do with mushrooms or shrooms or something anyway. And I'm using the called for over-dyed threads, which are gorgeous colours, I must say. They're really lovely. Yep. Anyway, so that will hopefully be a finish in 2024. So that's one of the focus pieces. Okay. Start throwing things on the floor now because I'm running out of room. Okay, what's this? Oh, yeah, okay. This is another one that really needs to get moving. This is... Where's the chart? Here's the chart. Alright, this is called the Eunice Tankerel sampler. Tankerel is... Oh, I can't be bothered taking out the plastic, but it's with Q. Tanquerel. A Eunice Tankerel sampler. That's the antique or the original on the cover. It's really nice. Stupid thing to say. It's really nice. And I've sort of done, well, it's got like a really big rose border that's going to take ages, but that's what I've done so far. So I've done a bouquet of flowers, a swan, the little house scene is nearly finished, the top row of the border is done. There's obviously still quite a bit to go, including like all these cool animals and stuff. So it's a really nice sampler. It's being stitched on 36 count. I think it's, I was going to say Americana froth, but that's not right. Another one of these coffee ones. What is it being stitched on? Did I write it down? No. I think it's an R&R maybe, like an R&R coffee one. I don't know. I'll have a look back through my book of days thingy and see if I can find it, if anyone wants to know. But it's 36 count and it's DMC. Yep. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Another focus. This one I haven't done as much on, but I do love it. I discovered how much I loved it when I was stitching on it earlier not that long ago actually, earlier this year. And I thought, yeah, get cracking. Okay, so it's a Scarlet letter. It's called Camel and Lion, and it's one of those cool pictures where it's all filled in and like it's outlined in a dark colour and then you fill in all the stuff. They've stitched their background in like a cream. I'm not stitching the background in a cream. If I stitch the background at all, it'll be in a different colour that I haven't worked out yet. Here's my progress. I'm stitching it on 40 count DMC. I think it's just antique white. DMC. Zweigart. I think it's just an antique white, something like that. But that's what I've done. So I've come, that's how big it is. And that's how much I've done. So it's super cool and I want to finish it. So that's another focus. We're up to 47 minutes. Okay. A few more to go. I did also have some, oh, what's that? Reflate as well. I don't know. Cute. Just found it. I did also have some charts I was going to go through, but maybe I'll do that in the next video because that's going to be too long and boring. Okay. This is an epic, one in the epic series. Yvonne Leclerc, 1905, Reflate Soir. Just get out. Amazing. Love it. Done. Another confetti, or fairly confetti heavy stitch, which is okay, which I don't mind right now because I spent most of last year stitching with one colour. So I don't mind the old confetti. So that's, again, top right I started, so I'm not quite at the bottom of the border. There's another flower and then there's a spaniely dog thing and then that's the bottom. But I thought, oh, I'm going to come in and start doing some of these little goobers in the middle. You know, start moving away from the border. So yeah, it's just divine. I'm stitching it on 36 count. Zweigart. Oh, look. I stuck it there. Winter Moon. Winter Moon it's called. It's just nice. I didn't think it needed anything too outlandish in terms of overdyed linen. Oh my god, look how bent that needle is. Throw that away, I think. I didn't think it needed anything too crazy in terms of overdyed linens because it's so colourful and covered anyway. I just thought, oh, there's no, you know, let's not take away from that. So I just did it on like a creamy 36 count, and I'm using the called for a Versoir silks. That. Another focus. Oh, not too many more. Oh, the chart. I'll throw that back on the floor. Okay, this one is an empty bag. Oh yeah, this is super cool. I love this, and again, I don't know why I've stopped because it's, you know, ticking a lot of boxes in terms of mad nautical things. This is Kathy Barrick, the Ocean Blue stocking. Just love everything. And I started on, I think it's 36 count, Sea Fog by R&R. And that's what I've gotten done so far. Oh my god, so cute. Look at the swans with a little crown. And the birds. And I've just started the ship, the sails of the ship. Okay, love it. Love it. Got to get on to it. I haven't even gotten to the extremely fun bit yet, which is the whale and all these little sea creatures and, oh, can't wait. And that'll be fun to finish something in a bit of a different way by making it into a little stocking instead of a framed picture. So yeah, 36 count Sea Fog, and it's I'm using the called for MPI silks, which is in this bag. There's a lot of cool bright colours, which I assume will be for like the fishies and the corals and things. Very fun. So yep, that's another focus. A lot of focusing. Is there too much focusing? Will I become over focused? Who knows? Oh yep, here we go again. More. Okay. I think every I was going to say man and his dog, but that's not even a thing. I think everyone on the face of the earth who stitches has probably stitched this by now, except me. I have started it, but I have not finished it. Rachel Howell's 1856 by the Scarlet House. I have started this on a piece of 40 count vintage maritime white by Lakeside Linen. And that's what I've gotten done. Now, I started this in the center, which I don't normally do. The reason I did that was at the time I started it, I didn't have any of the red thread. Or the green, I don't think. I was waiting on them to arrive. They were out of stock, and I was waiting on them to arrive. So I was like, okay, can't really start at the border because it's all that red and green. So I was like, oh, I'll start in the middle and do the tree and the peeps and the dogs and whatever. And then by the time, yeah, obviously I've now got all the stuff. So that's what I've done so far. Using the NPIs, the Cold War NPIs. There's a lot of stitching in this. It's very stitch heavy, especially that border. And also those two ginormous birds. There's just everything going on. But I do really want to get on with this. I really love the colours in this sampler. Yeah, there's a lot that I like about this sampler, and I want to get it finished. Is that it? Oh no, there's another one. What's that? Oh no, that's not it. Okay. Alright. This is the last one for focusing. Alright, now this is insane because I've only done a little start on this. So, anyway. It's going to be a focus. Maybe not I'm definitely not going to get it finished this year unless I just have I don't know, decide to go mad. So this is a sampler by Sabine. What's her website called? Is it European Cross Stitch? I don't know what it's called now. Hang on. Does she have it in her? She doesn't have it on there. Okay, I'll put it in a note, or I'll insert a little picture because I think it's European Cross Stitch or European Samplers or something. It's a German website, and it's the one where you get the charts in this cool corrugated cardboard situation. Anyway, this is the one. So it's EH 1875, and it's an Austrian sampler. Love it. I have started it, but I have not done much at all. It's another classic start in the corner and do a couple of flowers in the border and then don't do anything else. But that's what I've done so far. So I'd like to get cracking on that. I'm stitching it on 40 count. 40 count something. I don't know what the linen is, but it's a 40 count. It's very nice. I'll, again, if you really want to know, send me a message and I'll look it up because I think I have got it written down somewhere in my book of days from whenever it was that I started it. And it's DMC. There's a bunch more that I haven't put on the things yet. What I tend to do is wind them up, thread drop them like as I use them, if that makes sense. I don't do it all at the beginning. I just start and I go, oh, okay, now I need to use this colour. Let's put it on a thread drop. Okay, now I've got that one. That's how I do it. But yeah, okay, so that's another focus. Word of the hour. Next video I'll be like, yeah, so I didn't work on any of those projects and I started like 12 other samplers. Focus. Okay, I think that's about it for this video. Because my voice is quite hello. Haven't spoken for a while. Haven't talked a lot for a while. I haven't been at work talking and stuff. And it's the first video back, so yeah, let's not get too excited. I've got to save some stuff for the next video because it's going to be soon, so I don't get in trouble again. Okay, yeah, so I'm on holidays for another few weeks, so there'll probably be some more stitching going on. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and it's good to be back. Okay, take care.